BandHelper lets you attach recordings to songs to use either as reference during rehearsals or as backing tracks during performances. Attaching a recording is pretty easy to do from the website by editing a song and clicking the Add Recordings button, then selecting your recording to upload. If you want to attach a recording from the app, that's a two-step process. First, you have to copy the recording into BandHelper's data folder so BandHelper can see it. On Android or iOS 11, you can copy the file directly into that folder using a file management app. On all iOS versions, you can also use the Open In function to send the recording from another app, or you can import the recording into BandHelper. I'll do that here, clicking the Import button at the top of the recordings list, and navigate to my Dropbox folder, and select the recording. Now the recording is in the folder where BandHelper can see it, but we're not doing anything with it yet. So the second step is to attach that recording to a song. We'll go to the Songs list and select a song, and click Add Recordings, then click File, and select the file we just copied. Then save, and now BandHelper knows what to do with this file. It will upload the file to your account, and sync it to your other devices, and show it wherever this song appears. Sometimes you'll want to attach multiple recordings to a song like I've done with this song. In this case, I can switch between the recordings a few ways. Instead of tapping the recording icon, I can tap and hold until this pop-up appears, then select the desired recording. Or I can tap the next and previous buttons in the recording controls to step through them. Or I can map a remote control device like a foot switch to step through them or to jump to a specific recording position. If every song has the same consistent set of recordings attached, you can quickly change the default recording for all songs rather than selecting the recording for each song. For example, you might set up every song to have a full backing track, a backing track without drums, and a backing track without bass and drums in that order. In this case, you can go to Settings, General Settings, and scroll down to Defaults, and select the recording position to play by default. In this example, 1 would play the full backing tracks, 2 would play the backing tracks without drums, and 3 would play the backing tracks without bass and drums. With this approach, you can change this one setting before each performance, depending on what players you have and what backing tracks you need. If you're using recordings for practice, you might want to slow down a recording to listen to a part more carefully. I'll go to the More Controls layout, which includes the full set of recording controls, and play a recording, and then I can drag the speed slider to slow it down without changing its pitch. Then I can double tap the slider to return to normal speed. From here, I can also set a loop start and end point to replay a section of a recording repeatedly for practice. Another good practice tool is pitch shifting, which is useful if you're playing in a different key from the reference recording, or if your recording is just out of tune like many of the old country blues songs that I like to play. To do this, you have to edit the song, then click the recording, then change the pitch shift values. The coarse setting is for changing the key of the recording 1/2 step at a time, while the fine setting is for adjusting the pitch 1 cent at a time. After you save, the recording will play back at this new pitch. I don't recommend this for use in performance though. It would be better to pitch shift your recordings in an audio editing app and then add the modified file to BandHelper. One more thing you can do from the recording edit window is trim the start or end of the recording. This is nice if you have some silence at the beginning or the end that you don't need. You can just trim it here and BandHelper will skip past that when playing the recording. You can even make new recordings from within BandHelper. This is useful if you're practicing and you want to remember a new part or arrangement that you've come up with. From the recording controls, you can click the record button to arm the recording function. At that point, the progress bar will change to a level meter. And when you're ready to record, click the play button and BandHelper will start recording. Then click stop when you're done and enter a name for your recording. And then BandHelper will upload the recording to your account and sync it to all the devices in your band so everyone can access it. If you prefer to keep this or any recording private, you can edit the song, then edit the recording, and change the users, and then it will only appear for the selected users.